Hi everybody, this is Arlo for Arlo's Do-It-Yourself Tips. Today we're going to show you how I built the toddler bed, right, all out of spare lumber I had around the house. So the first step in this construction process is I had an existing crib that I wanted to use the same mattress for. So I measured the inside dimensions from here to here and here to here of the existing crib, which in my case was like about 52 by 28 inches. Alright, next what I did is I used 2x6s to make basically the bed frame on the outside with 2x4s on the four corners. Alright, the 2x4s are cut to 28 inches in height, and then I made my 2x6s of sufficient length so that I made those interior dimensions I mentioned previously of about 52 by 28 inches. Okay, once I had everything cut, I also sanded all the corners quite a bit. Remember, this is for a toddler bed, so you want all the edges to be nice and round, rounder than 2x4s even come naturally because they might fall. You don't want them to get hurt. Alright, so the next step was I used pocket holes to connect all the stuff. Let's see if I can it's not come out easily. It's really nice and tight, so you can't see. Pull this out real quick. Alright, so you can see all the 2x6s are joined by pocket holes. So I did 4 on the main beam that attaches to the 2x4 on both ends. And what I basically did to make this is I made one side each. So if you can imagine, I had this 2x4, this piece, and this other 2x4 all attached together. And then I did the same thing on this side. 2x4 attached to these 2x6 attached to these 2x4s. And then I left a 16-inch gap and attached these 2x4s with pocket screws you can see on the inside as well. So again, the secret is you want to, as much as possible, minimize how many pocket holes are going to be visible. So this board is attached by pocket holes down here that won't be visible once the mattress sits in. Unfortunately, these pocket holes will be, so your options here is you can go and use the wood fillers to plug them in, or get the actual plugs that are made for the pocket holes and fill them in that way. Alright, so once you have this whole assembly on this side and this whole assembly on this side, I made these end pieces, which are basically the 2x6, and I attached this construction, this kind of T, with pocket holes as well. Since this is the head of the bed and is going to be up against the wall, I put the pocket holes on this side where you won't see them. On the foot of the bed, where it will be more visible from the outside, the pocket holes are on the inside. So you will still see these, but only from inside the bed. Alright, last but not least, you need some kind of method to hold the bed frame, so I just used portions of 2x4s. Remember, you don't want these 2x4s to stick below the frame because you don't want them to be visible, so I had to cut them small enough that you don't see them popping out below. Alright, the final piece, once you have all of it assembled, is to cut a piece of plywood, or you can use spare wood that fits. In my case, I had a scrap that was just barely wide enough, and cut it to size. And it fits nice and tight. And if it can fit a 200-pound man, it can definitely hold a toddler. And that's it for Arlo's DIY tips.